Lights, Camera Podcast, live from Sundance, Utah. It's a special independent film version of the show. Stars, glitz, glamour, hooray for outside of the Hollywood system. All of that and more, all on today's...
Comedy bang bang, 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 comedy bang bang.
Welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway, the show where everything's made up and the points don't matter. That's right, the points are just like nipples on men. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Thanks to Probably Not Jesus for that catchphrase submission. Probably Not Jesus. That's not a bad one, huh? And thanks to this wonderful crowd here who came down to Cold Climate Hot Crowd. My name is Scott Aukerman. I'm here with Comedy Bang Bang, and this is our very first one that we are live streaming from Sundance, Utah. I'm just waiting for someone to correct me. No. And yeah, it's we're gonna have a lot of fun tonight. We're here at Cicero's, where the Wi-Fi password is password. Little tip, and beautiful place here. It's kind of a bar downstairs and a restaurant, and we have some wonderful people who came all the way out here. You're not here from the festival itself. They actually came here to see the show, so that's. It's fantastic, and I'm having a great time here at Sundance, mainly because you know who I saw here at a restaurant today, Mr. Sundance himself. That's right, Vinny Chase. Vinny Chase was here. I could not believe it. I mean, he must be here from the heat off of Queens Boulevard, and it was all... It was all I could do to not go up to him and just say, "Oh yeah," as Woody Allen would. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to seeing some independent film, probably the best kind of film. But we have some stars of independent film here with us. We have a couple of stars of movies that are here, and we actually have a gentleman who I don't quite know why he is here. He is not involved in the film industry, as far as I know, but he's an old friend of the show, and I hope you'll welcome him. But you know him as a lovable little rascal and scamp. He is somewhat in between a midget and a mini-me. Did I hear someone say no? Oh, no? Please welcome Little Gary.
More like, oh yes, bitch. More like, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, yes. Here comes Little Gary. You never expected to see him at that altitude.
Little Gary, yes. Hello, Little Gary. Welcome.
Hot sauce made for men.
Hot sauce made from men? That's not quite it.
I can't see my cue cards either.
Little Gary, you don't have cue cards.
That's why I can't see them.
We kind of gave up on you being the announcer of the show, as you have not showed up to the show.
Yeah.
Please stop grunting in the middle of the show,
No,
please.
I told you, I have a slight case of altitudes.
You say you told me this?
I have a slight case of altitudes.
All right, well, we'll try to be gentle on you. So, Little Gary, let me give some background to people who don't quite know what's happening.
Wait, that population, no one.
Proving once again podcasts are a visual medium.
Hot sauce for men. First of all, everybody saw me in Judd Apatow's comedy edition of Vanity Fair.
I admit I got that issue, but I didn't quite see exactly where you were.
I was curled up by Leslie Mann's feet.
You were curled up by Leslie Mann's feet.
I don't know what was hard to get.
You don't know what was hard to get.
Yeah, that's altitudes.
Altitudes. Let me explain what's happening. Little Gary, when I first started the show, was my announcer. He showed up to one show, and then quickly didn't show up for maybe another year.
I was working as a piñata.
Freelance as a piñata. Because for people who don't know, how tall of a gentleman are you?
I am 3 foot and a whisper.
3 feet and a whisper.
Or 1/3 of a meter and a secret.
When you said that, I thought you meant a parking meter. You were 1/3 of a parking
I am
meter.
precisely 1/3 of a parking meter, and then on top of that, you add the quietest secret you ever heard.
So Little Gary was my announcer, and he does not quite have a voice that's fit for announcing.
How can you say it when you know it's only wicked lie?
Mainly because you can't quite understand anything he's saying, which I believe a lot of the audience is going
Web
through
of
right now.
lies.
Web of lies?
See?
He is also
Joke's on you, Shakespeare.
you're multi. Yes.
The court, I am not allowed to drink per the court.
You're multilingual because you worked
See, Caro, as a piñata.
as a
See?
piñata,
Yeah.
which makes you multilingual. You pick up a little bit of
A
Spanish.
lot of children in Ciudad Juarez, where I was working as a piñata for a while. A lot of children there can't have the pesos to buy a real piñata. So
I thought you said pathos, which
that's
they don't have the pathos to
See,
buy it.
this is Sundance. I said pesos. They can't afford it. So I would rent myself out for quinceañeras.
Quinceañeras, yes.
They understand me. You don't have to make everything a practical case. See, I was working as a piñata in Ciudad Juarez. Well, I would just fill my pockets and pants and slacks up with delicious jujubes. And the beautiful little Mexican children would just whack the shit out of me until my clothes ripped off. It sounds like a nightmare. You know, it sounds like a Cormac McCarthy novel, and it kind of was.
I didn't know if you beat someone hard enough, their clothes fell off.
You never saw Zero Mark 30.
Zero Mark 30?
I forgot the name.
That's it, I'm pretty sure.
That's because I actually said Mork.
Zero Mark 30. I would
That's
like
what
to
I-
see that movie. Robin Williams in Zero Mark 30.
That's exactly what I said. Yeah.
Osama.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was the funniest, not funny thing I ever heard.
I guess that's a compliment.
Yeah, kinda.
So, Lil Gary, what
Yeah.
what brings you to Sundance? I haven't seen hide nor hair of you. Seen neither hide nor hair of you.
You know I love the independent cinema.
I guess I hadn't heard that in your bio.
I do. I
previously.
love independent cinema, and I also love food that movie stars throw away.
Little table scraps.
Oh yeah. Ashton Kutcher, he stays lean. So when Ashton Kutcher's in town, all the
Yeah.
carbs get swept off the plate.
Yeah, 95% of his
And then
plate just right in the
Just
garbage.
right in the garbage. Guess who's standing right next to the garbage? Ha ha. Plus,
So-
I also love independent cinema. It hasn't been ruined by the studios.
Really? Okay, so you don't like studio films?
No,
Like
the worst.
Transformers?
Oh, the worst. That could happen.
Is that a question?
Yeah. That was a question.
Was it guess what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
How could Shia LaBeouf, if Shia LaBeouf was going to be friends with a truck,
Sure.
which is my first, why do they call it that?
Shia LaBeouf is friends with a truck.
That is a more accurate title.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Not just any truck.
No.
That could be the tagline. Not
Yeah.
just any truck.
No, the
A
truck
talking
that's
truck.
friends with the boof.
The truck that's. Yeah. So.
I'm sorry, I
Oh,
fell
yeah.
asleep. You got so fucking boring for a minute.
I thought that you fell asleep when you stood up.
That's what
It's
happened.
based on my boring.
Well, that too. If the shoe fits,
Little Gary,
wear it.
Little Gary, are you doing any skiing or are you doing any kind of
You know,
snowboarding?
you know that you know I'm a world-class telemarketer.
Telemarketer or
No,
telemarketer?
you've never seen the great of telemarketing?
No, I don't exactly know what telemarketing
The
is.
heel is not connected to your ski, and it's gorgeous. You write a series of S's as you beautifully. Could you do it? Slide down the mountain. I'm very, very into telemarketing.
You're into telemarketing.
Yeah,
okay.
that's right.
Yeah. Okay, so is that because your little tiny feet can't quite the heel can't go down on the ski? Is that why?
Yeah, that's pretty much why. Also, because the ladies love it.
The ladies love
Oh,
telemarketing.
the ladies love telemarketing.
I'm
I'm
do
sorry,
any of
did
you
I say
ladies?
telemarketing, Scott?
Yeah, you did say
I meant
telemarketing.
telemarketing. I meant the first thing you said.
So you're really into telemarketing?
Yeah. Isn't that what I said?
I guess you were talking about your heel or something. I couldn't.
Did I
quite...
tell you that the state of Utah does not allow me to drink?
It's just the state of Utah now. What happened to you in Utah? Because as far as I know, you lived in Mexico for a while.
That's right.
You
I
lived in
I
California.
worked at the Pinata for a good long while.
Right, and
Oh,
also
those
you were a
children.
rodeo clown.
I'll tell you right now, when children are beating on your legs with a stick, you start to think you see the worst in people. But then, when your bloodied clothing falls off of your body and candy falls on the ground and they're scarfing up Jolly Ranchers that have a little bit of your blood on it, you suddenly start to see the big picture.
Really, it all becomes clear, the meaning of life.
Yeah. Because just for 1 minute, you're begging for death. You're like, please let me die. Let me out of this nightmare. Let me out of this. And then suddenly, all you are is a bloody naked person watching Mexican children eat Jolly Ranchers.
It puts things in perspective, I can imagine.
It puts
yeah.
a lot of perspective on it.
Now, aren't you the one who volunteered for this job, or are you being forced by the Mexican drug cartels that you used to work with?
I briefly did an interlude for the cartels. But that's just because they said, Little Gary, you're tiny, you can't run, we could catch you. Here, Little Gary, we strapped a bomb on you and we walked you into the American embassy. Stuff happened like that sometimes.
Sure, yeah. Boy, you've never told me that story where you walked into the embassy with a bomb on you.
That was really terrifying.
It seems
man.
like that would be the first
No,
story
it-
that you told anyone in your life.
no,
Oh,
that's
by the way,
that-
I walked into the American embassy with a bomb strapped to
Anyway,
me.
so then I worked as a pinata for a bit.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Which you viewed as a step up in your
That
career?
was pretty amazing because usually I was also, for a little tiny while, I was what's called rodeo decoy.
Decoy, meaning the bulls would come out.
Yeah, that's right.
They would chase people. But
Yeah.
I thought a rodeo clown was the decoy.
No, the rodeo clown is a rodeo clown. He's like cock of the walk. When
Sure.
the rodeo clown doesn't want to get hit by the bull, he throws out decoy. And that's just like a tiny rodeo clown.
So he carries you in his pocket in his
Usually-
huge polka dot pants.
Usually
or-
you're taped to their back like Die Hard, that last gun that he has in Die Hard. And you're like, so the bull's like, this clown doesn't have anything. And what the bull doesn't know is, no. This clown has a little tiny clown taped to his back like John McClane in the film Die Hard. Surprise. Plunk.
right out there. Yeah.
Rodeo decoy.
And then you got trampled for a while too.
Yeah, and a couple of partial.
Partial
Partial
trampling.
tramples,
yeah, that's right.
Couple partial tramples.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's too bad. But
Couple partials. Yeah.
here you are here in Sundance.
Because I love cinema.
Because you love cinema. What have you seen? Have you seen anything?
I haven't seen anything. No, I saw a waffle that Ashton Kutcher didn't eat.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was amazing.
yeah.
I don't know if anyone has acquired that waffle yet, but you should get the international rights.
Did you see any other stars? I saw Vinny Chase. You see anyone else out there?
Does he own that famous bank?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that he is the owner of Chase Bank. Yeah, that's
no
how.
wonder.
Yeah, that's
no wonder.
That's how he gets the financing
no
for all of
wonder
his
the
films.
ladies love that players.
Yeah. So when are you? Oh, hello. Yes, please wake up.
No, you got boring. That was your.
Oh,
that
come
was
on.
your- yes.
Come on.
Yeah.
You're not boring. People love you.
People are split about me.
Yeah, people are decidedly split.
And they always have been.
If you call 80-20 a split, yeah.
Is that what? Oh, we've actually run the numbers.
Yeah, we've
That is my worst nightmare. Was we would have
we're
we
doing
would have hard facts to back it up.
yeah, some hard data. So any you're going to be my co-host for the entire show, right?
Yeah, that's
Which
right.
people are just overjoyed about. I'm sure. Yeah. It's not often you get a star like Little Gary in the basement of a bar in Utah.
In fairness, the basement of an Italian restaurant.
Not sure if that makes a difference. That plays music.
Talk about scenes from an Italian restaurant.
Boy, let's talk about it for the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
Bottle of red?
Billy Joe sits down in the restaurant. He says, "Hey, lady."
So he sits down in the restaurant. He says, "Hey, lady." And then that's where the song begins.
That's right.
And he's like, "Hey, lady."
Lady, why you so mad? Wipe that frown off your face or else.
Ooh. He's one of those hot-tempered Italians.
Lady, I'm at the wrong table. I'm so sorry. My name is Gary.
So wait, this song is about you?
You're hearing the rough draft.
Okay.
I'll meet you anytime you want at any place where they serve trout.
I didn't know that was your favorite food. Trout, really?
No, it keeps me alive.
Sure, okay. All right, well, you're going to be my co-host for the entire show. We're going to have some stars of the independent cinema come out here.
So stars is in air quotes.
Yeah, stars are in air quotes,
Okay,
by
if
the
they're
way.
stars of independent cinema, let's put it in the appropriate air quotes.
Yeah, of course.
Like Will Smith. Will Smith is a movie star. Yeah. These are stars of independent cinema.
Yeah, these are the stars of independent cinema.
These are what we call smart people.
Smart people who work on good films.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never met them.
Well, they're going to be so thrilled to meet with you. You have a little fuzz on your jacket. Was that from being down
No,
there?
that was I got that as it's called swag.
Oh, really? That's some swag? You went through a gifting lounge?
Yeah, you come to Sundance and they give you stuff. So I went into a room and this guy's like, you can't come in. Sorry. Oh, no. Okay, you can come in. And by the way, Captain Morgan would like you to have some lint.
Speaking of Captain Morgan's, we're drinking Captain Morgan's right now. The show is
If we
sponsored
had
by
any,
them. Thank you
monsters.
What'd you say? No, we're not. We are, certainly. But thank you to Captain Morgan's right here. And, oh, yeah, we could use another one. We'll make a toast to Sundance if we get another one. But why don't we take a break right now? What do you say? We're going to take a break before we have our next guest out here.
Yeah.
And we'll get, oh, wow, the quickest drink I've ever. Thank you so much. So here, let's have a little toast to Sundance, to Little Gary. Oh, you're spilling it all over me. And we'll be right back with more stars of the independent cinema in air quotes right after this. More Comedy Bang Bang after this. Are these on? Are these on? Are these on? Are these on? Can you hear me? Comedy bang bang, 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 comedy bang bang.
Bang at a high altitude.
That's right. Hey, welcome back. We're here with Little Gary, the fan favorite. Is that safe to say?
Suck my balls, John Hamm.
I've been friends with John Hamm for a long time, and I believe he would take you up on that. By the way,
I can't see my cue cards.
these are my cue cards. I want to let everyone know that they can subscribe to these shows. We'll be doing a new Earwolf show every single week on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. I can't figure out the rest of the country for you, but you guys must be used to that. You can subscribe to it at youtube.com/VPN. So we'll be doing these every week, and we'll be doing another one tomorrow here at the same time.
Hey, hey, old-fashioned TV, suck my dick.
I know I've known old-fashioned TV for a while, and it would take you up on that, definitely.
Okay.
So
Tell him I said hi.
This ain't your grandpa's YouTube stream.
Because he never heard of it.
He's dead. Please welcome our next guests here. They're both in wonderful independent films out here. From the films Toys, House, and also Hell Baby, please welcome Lynn Rajskub and Riki Lindhome. Yeah, right up here. Hi, welcome.
Hello.
What's
Hello.
up? Hi,
Welcome
guys.
to Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang, the lovely ladies of independent cinema edition.
Yes, that's us. We're really the face
faces of independent cinema.
That's right.
The first people think of.
We did a calendar
Yeah.
earlier.
You don't say. What month were you?
Every other month.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
really? You took
Yeah.
every
Yes,
other month.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
yes.
the cover.
How did you decide who got to be on the cover and who
It
got
was
to be on
like
the back cover?
bangs, no bangs.
Right.
You know.
Bangs always win. So.
Seems to me like you both have bangs. Am I?
That's crazy confusing.
I know it's really complicated.
Yeah.
When you pose for a calendar,
kiss,
things get.
Kiss, kiss, kiss,
Sorry,
kiss,
that was
kiss.
me. Sorry, that was
Come
my
on, little
subconscious.
Gary. No.
Hey, what?
That's not how we treat the
What?
ladies of independent cinema.
No.
They're here because they're taking risks.
Yeah.
We're
Not because
serious
they're
actors.
sexy.
Can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah.
I guess I did take it to the calendar thing, and I didn't mean
Right,
to because
right.
I
It
don't
got weird.
Yeah,
I don't
we
want
can't
it to be
no.
like, oh,
we don't want to be all
catfight, you guys
sexual.
gonna
Like
make
we're still
out.
gonna
We
make
don't-
out. We don't
that's
want
not our
everyone to think
thing.
we're gonna make out because that would just be weird.
That's not our
It would just be like
thing.
leading
That's not what
everyone.
we're
on.
about. We hate that BS.
That would be so awful.
God.
Yeah.
Have
We're
intimacy.
serious
Have
actors.
intimacy. Have intimacy. That was amazing.
Talk
Guys-
about your feelings. Talk about your feelings. Sensual massage.
Guys, we're obviously old friends. You both are not only wonderful actresses of the independent cinema, but also comedians in your own right. Lynn Rajskub, you got me into comedy back in 1995.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it for the next hour. Riki Lindhome, you are in the wonderful duo Garfunkel and Oates.
Yes. Yes.
Of course.
I think Mary Lynn a little bit got me into comedy because
Yeah.
we were obsessed with her two-girl band, Girls Guitar Club, when we started. Awesome.
You guys really picked up where we left off and
Yeah.
took it somewhere.
Yeah.
Where you abandoned it.
Yes.
yeah. Yeah.
So tell me about the film. Oh, God. Tell me about the films you're in. Whose voice is that?
altitude.
Whoa.
It's the altitude.
You've met my friend Snagglepuss.
Excellent.
Hi,
Stage
Snagglepuss.
left.
Nice to see you.
He's in a movie that has a bad screening time.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
you can snowboard.
Yeah, we're only allowed to screen 2 minutes of our film at a time, unfortunately. After the other movies are done. So
Yeah, it happens.
45 hours. So tell me about the films you're in. Mary Lynn, you're in Toys House. Is that what it's called?
Yes. Toys House. Toys House. It's
So
about
it's Toys House ? Toys House
Toys
period.
House? Toys House. I don't know. It's kind of a weird title. It's
a little
the
weird.
kid in the movie. His last name is Toy, and it's about these boys that run away from home to build a house in the woods. Coming
So
of
it
age.
is an accurate title, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Thank God, not like that. fucking
Accurate but
Transformers.
slightly confusing.
Tell me
come
about
again?
this boy.
Oh, they're troubled youth, and I play the police chief who tries to find them. And
Wait,
they-
you're a police chief.
Yeah, what do you think? Ladies can't do a job like that, Scott. You know what?
One lady named Mary Lynn Rajskub can't do that job.
I don't.
As
Wow, he was real specific on that one.
You don't even think I could act like a police
I
chief?
think you could act like one. I just like knowing you the way I know you. It's making.
In fairness,
Whoa! She's turning the police chief stare on me.
there it is.
What are you trying to say? I acted like a computer genius
I know.
on a major television show.
You remember Mary Lynn from the show 24, of course. They remember
to bring that up, I don't know.
where you.
No,
and-
but people do think I'm a lot smarter than I am, Scott. I don't know if that's what
Right.
you were implying, but
Let's,
not that police chiefs have to be smart, but they have to have some know-how. What were you implying exactly?
I just think the tough part of it, the
Oh,
pulling
because
out a
I'm
gun part-
ladylike and soft.
You're a coward. I don't mean
wow.
to insult you.
Put him there.
Wow.
Put him there.
But she
Is
did
that
the
your
most.
police chief?
She did
Really?
the most
Wait,
incredible
put
Bob
him
Fosse.
there.
Put him up.
Put him there.
She
There,
literally,
anywhere. There,
she
anywhere.
literally kicked out her leg as if she was in a high school production of Pippin.
Put him there.
Put him there.
Put him there.
Ba-na-na-na-na.
Join us.
Leave
Leave
your
your
fields
fields
of
of flower. Join us.
Leave
Put him there,
I'm
pal.
the pretend police chief.
Come and waste an hour or two.
We've got magic to do. Don't test us on this. We'll keep going forever.
That's what I wanted.
Forever.
That's what I wanted.
Oh, no,
We
Lil
got
Gary.
pie.
Wake up.
I'm alive. I'm alive. Hearts too warm.
You're singing while you're sleeping.
King and thing to take. As we go along. I'd like to point out that before we broadcast, we clear every song that we
Oh,
sing.
yeah. We have the rights to
We
everything.
go to a company called ASCAP. We say, price is no object.
Oh, it's getting sexy on
Getting
stage.
hot up here,
I love
Sundance.
it. Riki, any aspirations to play a police chief in your career?
Totally. But I wouldn't even cast me as
dare
a
you.
police chief.
You wouldn't cast yourself?
No.
What is
no.
wrong with you? It's the
I-
perfect opportunity.
I had
You're
an
casting
audition-
a movie.
No.
You're an actress.
Yeah, I had an audition once to play a DA, and I couldn't even do the lines without laughing. I was just like, this is not going to happen.
Give me
And
some
I
of
didn't-
those lines.
It
What
was
was
like-
Hit him right now. Fly on the wall.
It was like, you're guilty. Admit it. You're guilty. And I just couldn't do it. I'm like, sorry, no. That's for other
that,
people.
to be fair, that is a bad DA.
Sure.
Yeah.
Asking him to admit it.
Right.
Like, do your job, you know?
Maybe
Like,
like-
bring out the evidence.
You could be
You're
deep-
guilty. Please admit
Right.
it.
Right.
It was like, and where is that man in this courtroom? And no, I just can't. I'm sorry.
What if you were like a DA in like Fort Lauderdale?
Right. Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Or somewhere they don't really care.
Sure.
But you
I'd
studied.
buy that.
yeah.
You
It didn't say
studied
Florida.
acting.
Yeah, but I guess I could do Florida DA. Yeah, but yeah.
Florida.
Florida
Yeah,
DA.
Florida
DA.
Riki
Yeah.
Lindhome is
Florida
Florida
DA.
DA.
That's
like
solid.
whatever.
Yeah.
Let me ask
She
you a
would
question.
love to see your case, but she's got to stop by the Red Box outside 7-Eleven.
Let me ask you a question, Riki. You,
Little Gary is quick, man.
Little
The
Gary
Red
is
Box
fast
with the
on his
movie?
little
Yeah.
tiny feet.
Is that what the Red Box
No,
is?
man, that's exactly what I meant.
Riki, tell me about this movie
Steel
you're
Magnolias?
Tell me about this movie you're in, Hell Baby.
It's called Hell Baby, and
Hell
it was
Baby.
directed by Tom Lennon and Ben Grant, which I wish one of them could be here. That would be awesome.
Wait, Tom Lennon and Ben Garant
yeah.
from Reno 911.
Yeah.
Famous homosexuals.
Yes.
Really, you're in the know about that kind of thing, Little
I
Gary.
did. I read TMZ.
Do they care enough about those two to report that on TMZ?
One of them.
Oh, boy. This is archived.
And it's a horror comedy, so it's both. It's scary and it's funny.
Here's the thing. I love horror. I love comedy. Put them together, you got something.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I think it's amazing.
Didn't know where you were going to go with that.
Yeah.
Could have gone either way.
Felt like a joke was coming. Nope.
Nope.
It's all about cadence.
That's a Scott Aukerman special. A big fat fastball's coming right at you. Lay down the bunt.
Can I take a swing with it? Just with the
Here we go,
cadence?
Marilyn
Yeah.
Rajskub. One more try.
Hey, I can't remember.
This
the
is why
pro-
she headlines
You take
people.
comedy and you take horror, put them together, and you got something.
This is why you
Is your
headline.
camera over here, really?
That's what she
I
wanted
was
you to
to
put
the
them,
balcony.
put them
She's got
there.
all the way up
You
to the
take
balcony.
comedy.
I can't see Mary Lynn's cue cards. Oh, now I can.
So, Hell Baby, tell me about Hell Baby. What part do you play?
I play Leslie Bibb's sister, and I come to town to help
That's
them
all
with
I
their
need to
new
know.
house. Okay.
Stop right there.
Okay.
Leslie Bibb's sister,
Yes.
I'm in.
Yep.
Totally understand.
Yep. And I come to their house to help them, see what's going on. And I don't want to give anything else away, so.
You can get some away.
Okay. The house.
Little
okay.
Gary has decreed you can
Right.
give some away.
They start to run into strange, scary, funny things, and I come to help. And
Now, are you
Are you
helping
a
because
ghost
it's too
whisperer?
funny, or
I'm helping because I think I know how to help with that stuff.
Okay.
And maybe I don't.
You're a ghost whisperer.
Yeah.
You're a
I
psychic.
cleanse houses' auras.
you've seen the film, Little
Wait,
Gary?
what's the thing? What's the woman who
I read the summary
Abundance
on
Whisperer.
IMDb.
Yeah, abundance whisperer. Yeah, I'm an abundance whisperer.
And then you don't want to give anything away about the movie at all.
You can.
Yeah, can I? I don't know what I can give
Yeah, you
away, and I
probably can.
feel very on the spot
I mean,
right now.
like, not
Like-
everything.
Like, okay.
But like you're
Well, some people die,
okay.
and
Oh.
yeah, because it's a horror movie.
Which look, that's a tragedy.
Yes, and some people live.
So far,
Yeah.
a tragedy.
And
Some people live.
Yeah.
With
Well,
hope.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
where the
I
comedy
feel a
comes in.
little hope.
Okay,
and
good.
and Rob Corddry and Rob Hubel and Paul Shearer in it, and Keegan Michael Key.
And people
Yeah.
at Sundance can see this film here on Sunday night. Is
Sunday
that
night
correct?
at midnight.
Great.
Yeah.
How many people are going to movies?
Anyone going to a movie? Wow.
Yeah.
And when Toys House? When is that?
Saturday night, 10:30?
Yeah.
Primo spot. It must be good.
I do not know what you're saying.
I have read the whole schedule.
I missed that one.
All I know is
I
that's a
have
good.
read your schedule.
All Lil Gary knows is somebody told me that's a good spot.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It means the
You're gonna-
police chief must be pretty
Aw,
amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Police chief.
People come in and go like,
Bringing
who
it
is this
to
crazy
the-
police chief? Look at her legs that she just kicked out like she's in Pippin.
What if, here's what I want to know. What if the police chief met the Florida DA? What would that conversation go like?
Wow.
Fly in the wall.
Hey, I've got some criminals here.
I'm really busy. Can you bring them back later? I have to get my nails done and I need to go tanning, even though it's sunny out.
Listen, it can't wait.
All
I need to
right.
enforce the law.
All right, what
here.
did they do?
Some really effed up shit, man.
Like what?
They're criminals. They steal. They cheat.
Boring,
They lie.
boring.
All
Get
right,
to
I'll
the
talk to you
point.
later.
Did they kill anyone?
Bye.
Wait, did
Chief,
they kill someone?
Chief.
Yeah.
What?
Bring.
Hello?
Chief.
Hi, Chief.
I'm glad you have that earpiece in
Rajskub
you.
here.
In your ear.
What's up?
Oh, wait. You
I
don't
forgot
have to
to
do
put
that.
my-
You
Are
have
you
the
a
earpiece.
chief or a computer
I
genius?
didn't know the
I
rules
need to know
of the
right
live
away.
podcast.
Chloe. Chloe.
That felt like a computer genius.
Mine? Thank you.
Chief, I just got word the Florida DA. She's a criminal.
Hold on, I was on my banana phone. Let me get my real phone. Hello.
The Florida DA. She's wanted for murder.
No way.
Arrest
Wait.
her.
I'll go get her.
This is Sundance. Get
Put
your
him
little
up
hamburger
now.
phone.
Here you go.
Oh no.
Hello? Put him up. Now you're under arrest.
Me? Put him there?
For
Put
fraud.
him where?
Put
Put
him-
him up.
put him
Put him
right
there
in
or
there.
up? Up or there?
In there.
In there. In there. So
Put
is
him in
that
there.
here?
Stick it in there and rub it around.
Oh,
You're
like
in
here?
big
like somewhere,
trouble.
like somewhere in this area?
You're in trouble.
Yeah.
Previously on Florida DA.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
What did he say?
This
To
is
be
previously on Florida DA.
Just come over. Come on.
And now tonight on a special episode of Florida DA.
You're in
Get
trouble
over here
again.
now.
No.
These two are best friends. They love each other, but they can't stop fighting. I love
won't
this
tell
show.
if you won't tell. We'll make a pact.
don't know what's
Sisters forever.
I love you.
You're a
I-
bad cop. I'm a bad DA. We won't tell anyone.
Oh
and
my
no one
God,
will
they
ever
gotta
know.
cancel this thing.
You guys
They
can't get
fucking
it
jumped
together.
the shark like 5 times on this thing. They were mad at each other. She went tanning. They were friends. She made the guy confess. Fucking just a repeat. I get it.
Guilty. Guilty.
That's what
We'll give
happens
you 80
every week.
episodes to work this out.
Okay.
All right,
What
tell you
channel?
what. Why don't we take a break? We'll take another break, and then when we come back, we'll play Would You Rather. We'll be right back with Lynn Rajskub, Riki Lindhome, and Little Gary right after this. Welcome back to Comedy Bang Bang. We're having a shambolic drunken. I think-
Shambolic.
Is that one of your trigger words, really,
By
Little Gary?
Captain Morgan's friend.
Yeah. Well, we're here with Lynn Rajskub, Riki Lindhome, Little Gary, of course.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. It's time to play a little game we call Would You Rather.
Okay.
Theme song playing right now. It's playing right now. It's
Little
playing
Gary,
right
don't
now.
talk over there.
It's playing right now. It's playing right now. Can anyone verify or confirm that James Franco is here right now?
Is this still happening? I could use a cue from anyone. Are we back on? What's happening? Okay. All right, hello.
The finger is up.
Yeah. The,
Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
Welcome to our first try. We'll work it out by tomorrow.
Probably not.
It's time to play a little game we call Would You Rather. Of course, you guys know how this is played. You're veterans of the program. Mary
Sure,
Lynn, you're
yeah.
an ace player.
All the way. You can count on
You
me.
might be the Lance Armstrong of this.
Yeah.
I promise I'm not lying, but later I will be. About everything.
We all know how this is played. People send me Would You Rather scenarios to our Twitter, which is at CBBWYR, Comedy Bang Bang Would You Rather. Please don't send them to me, because otherwise they'll be sent to the Would You Rather pile, which, as we all know, is not a pile of Would You Rather scenarios that I'm going to use, much like a wood pile would be, where you put wood into a wood pile, wood that you would put into your fireplace.
No.
Please put it into the Would You Rather pile, which is a
Right.
pile of discarded Would You Rather scenarios because they've been sent to the right place. So that's pretty clear, right?
One day you find Margot Kidder out there in the wood pile.
In the Would You Rather pile.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens.
How
Missing
dare
your
you?
teeth.
How dare you boo at me
Yeah.
When
How
I
dare
state-
you boo at Little Gary
How
over a
dare you boo me
20-year-old reference?
for remembering things?
did she die?
No, she's
No!
just hiding
All
out
she
the
did
wood
was
pile.
hang out in a wood pile.
Oh, wow, come
Big
on.
wood.
That does
Yeah.
not deserve a boo.
Why is it so
If
memorable?
she like died today, I would understand, but
No.
Let's hope she has not died
You know
today,
what?
by the way.
Wait, quick. Somebody go check the wood
Yeah.
pile.
All right, so people send me these scenarios. I read them out loud. I then open up the floor for questions.
Wait, out loud?
Yeah, of course, out loud.
Okay, so you don't send it in your fucking mind.
Yeah. Although I have that ability.
Okay, cool.
I've not revealed that to anyone publicly. I read it out loud. I open the floor for questions. You are then able to ask me any question you like about either of the scenarios in order to narrow down your choice. There's a lot of information I have that perhaps you don't know about that's not contained in the question itself. At a certain point, I will close the floor for questions. There will be no warning.
I
about
zoned
that.
out so long ago. Okay, go.
And then I close the floor, we vote, we tally up the points. It's that simple.
Seems a
Is
little
there an
unfair.
electoral
Have you
college
talked to
in
the
the middle?
DA about this?
Fuck.
Little Gary, I know
Yeah.
some comedy of putting people down is popular, but I really wish you wouldn't traffic in that. Because I've always viewed you as a friend.
I am. But that was a long explanation of some dumb shit. And I think Scott Aukerman, I would agree.
You think I would agree with
Yeah.
All right.
When you find the real Scott Aukerman.
All right, guys. This comes to us from Joy Meads, a.k.a. at Cap'n Joy. Cap'n Joy asks us, would you rather have every bite of food plead for its life before you eat it, and then scream in horror as it goes down your esophagus?
Yes.
Got to take her right there. Or compulsively add "when your mom blows me" to the end of every sentence anyone says to you in professional settings. I think this is a good one. This is a complicated question.
This is the same question when King Solomon needed to decide who the real mother of the baby was.
Yeah, so he cut the baby in twain.
Yeah, he asked the same question.
Which, by the way, that's how Mark Twain got his nom de plume.
No, if I'm you're a fountain of Wayne.
Wayne.
You heard what I said.
I was in the Fountains of Wayne, yes.
That's
of
why I
course.
said it.
So I have a question.
But I have not opened the floor!
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's why you got
I lose. I'm
Linda,
sorry.
How many times do I have to explain this?
That's why I have to pay attention.
A little
next
bit
time.
more.
read the whole rules again.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need more
No
explanation.
matter what you do, please read
If
the whole
anyone
rules
asks me a
again.
question before the floor is open, I read the entire rules.
Here we go.
Oh,
Please
no.
People send me scenarios to our Would You Rather to @CBBWYR. Please don't send them to me, as I will put them in the Would You Rather pile, which we all know is the discarded Would You Rathers, and not the Would You Rathers that we use. Much like a wood pile. It's not like the wood pile, is it?
Hey,
guess
I got a
it's
super
just-
old joke about that. Remember that lady from that movie you don't remember?
What did Margot Kidder do, really, other than Superman 1 and 2?
She did a movie called Woodpile. This time it's personal.
Woman versus woodpile. All right, so let me read the question one more time. Would you rather have every bite of food plead for its life before you eat it and then scream in horror as it goes down your esophagus, or compulsively add "when your mom blows me" to the end of every sentence anyone says to you in professional settings? I'm opening the floor for questions. Feel free to ask any question you like.
Can I do a practice like I'm in a business deal and you're
course you can.
you're telling me what's
Sure.
going to happen?
Okay,
God
so
bless you.
I'm
Of course
your
you can.
boss, basically? It's a
yeah,
little role
television
play?
pilot.
Yes,
or,
of course you
Okay,
can.
television pilot. Okay. Hi, Mary Lynn. We've called you in here for the chief of police because we understand you have
Oh my
a little
gosh.
experience.
Yeah, I'm really
in
good at
this
playing that
regard.
part. Thank
What was
you
your
so
catchphrase
much,
in that
CBS,
movie?
for calling me in.
Put
Put
her
him
there.
there.
Put her there, pal.
I came up with it. It's a spin on what a
It was
police
really
chief-
impressive.
Thank you. I'm really excited to reprise it. Hopefully on your network would be great. So.
And then you say,
And when your mom blows me.
"What? How dare you get out of this office right now?"
Okay, but what if we're actually
I liked
acting?
it.
Is that a professional setting? Like, if I'm actually playing Florida DA, do I have to use it? Like, you're guilty when your mom blows
Oh,
me.
in professional
do I have to
situations.
use it? Because that's a professional situation.
It is added to all of your scripts.
Jury says yes.
And
Yes.
every
line?
sentence?
After every line, yeah.
So it would have to be a
Come
sitcom
on.
then. It would have
No,
to be
no.
like my catchphrase.
It doesn't have to be a sitcom, but it
Like,
sounds
you're
like
guilty
a great one.
when your mom blows me.
I like
that.
Florida DA more and more the more that
Yeah.
we...
I actually
More we
think
go
when
through.
she says that, that's the only time it just became a show.
Yeah.
Yeah. That whole previously on Florida
Yeah, it
DA
was like,
stuff, I was not
whatever.
digging
I
it.
got really mad at her.
But when
just
she,
then.
when her
Too
putting on her
far.
sunglasses is when your mom blows me.
Yeah.
Well, Gary, when you took those
That's the show.
sunglasses off, you looked a lot like the
That gay guy?
guy TMZ talks about
I
all the
know.
time. So yeah, does that answer your question?
Yeah. So after every sentence in Florida DA, no matter what.
Question.
In a professional setting, yes, little Gary.
No. I thought it was after every question.
Oh, I thought you were saying. I thought you were saying. Normally people say question.
So not just sentence. It's a question. So if I'm like, did you or did you not do it? When
Every
your
sentence.
Mom blows me?
Every
sentence.
What about
sentence.
every breath?
Yeah.
That's
Even
how
in the middle of
ridiculous you're
sentence?
being.
No, it's just every sentence.
That's ridiculous. Is
I
what I'm
was-
trying to point out to you.
Enough.
I have a question, Hutch. Just for me.
You can't hush me. I'm a guest on your podcast.
So you.
What
then.
about
I
musically?
care not.
I have
Yeah.
a question for Ricky.
Say it.
And on behalf of
Do
you.
it.
Yeah.
What about musically? If she
What
were
if I'm
singing a
singing?
song, does she have to add it in there?
That's the one loophole. If you're singing, you
You
can
could
get
just
around
sing
it.
all of your
We have a
lines
song
or
called The Loophole, so we don't have to do it during the loophole.
What is your song called? The Loophole about?
It's people who have who are virgins till they're married but have anal sex. So it's called the God's Loophole. Yeah. Yeah.
Very common. Very
yeah.
common.
Fifth base.
Fifth base.
Yeah.
By the way, why not? You know, baseball is so boring. Add a fifth base.
I know.
You know
Good
what I
idea.
mean?
Make
Yeah.
it somebody's butthole?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, like you hit a home run, you go around to home plate,
No, we agreed
and
to
then you have
agree.
to fuck someone in the ass.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That way you can stay a pure
Who said
virgin.
that?
Too
Who?
far.
Who's just said?
Too far for Sundance.
Really?
Too
This is a
far.
classy place.
Too far. James
was
Franco
it?
is
Classy
here.
place. James Franco wants to give
Let
me a
him
deal.
not eat anything in peace.
So we can do fuck me in the ass because I love Jesus, but not say when your mom blows me.
Correct.
Okay, that sounds good. That
Yeah.
sounds
Okay, so you're into that. All right,
Yeah,
little
yeah.
Gary, you had a question?
I have a question. And it's pretty simple. When these delicious items are screaming for their life
Of course.
at my face, and they are in my sights.
They're just right there in your sights. They're right there in your crosshairs.
Do they anthropomorphize themselves into like amazing actors like Javier Bardem?
This is a
So
great
am I
question.
looking at like a little piece of a waffle that's like Javier Bardem?
So
Or-
meaning it
It's a
has
great
the
question.
voice of Javier Bardem and
Yes.
also looks like Javier Bardem?
Yes. And not only that, but has the soul.
The emotional
What
way.
in España they call it la alma. The soul of Javier Bardem. Because I don't fear any food that can talk, but I fear food that can move me. Food that can break my heart is something I am a little bit afraid of.
Little Gary, I just fell in love with you.
Marilyn.
I thought you were a sham this whole time, but
No.
that you were so thoughtful on that question, it just blew my mind.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
I want to thank you.
I'm gonna climb right up.
For giving
you.
me the
I'm gonna
best
climb-
day
I'm gonna climb up you and kiss your
of my
ear.
life.
Ready?
Okay.
I missed.
Oops. Next
Oh,
time.
boy.
Ow.
Next Sundance.
Did you get
Welcome
an
to
answer?
my
No,
life.
I didn't answer you. Yes, it does have the soul and a la, what was it? A la-
The indescribable je ne sais quoi of the brilliant Spanish actor Javier Bardem.
Javier Bardem, yes. Every
Oh,
piece
shit.
of food you eat.
So it doesn't just say "don't eat me"; it says it in a way that you never forget.
But
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
the fifth or sixth Javier Bardem piece of food, wouldn't you get sick of even him?
Good point.
You'd be like, whatever, your soul,
Ah, get
your
over
pain.
yourself.
Mary Lynn, is Javier Bardem's wife sick of him? I don't think so.
I don't
Come
know.
on.
Let's
Come
go to
on.
the big board.
Let's check the
Yeah, but
tally.
The answer is
he's not
kinda.
screaming and crying every day. Like,
I don't know. Is his wife sick of him? That's a good question.
Go to the big
What do you
board.
think? Let's lay some odds.
who's
Is Javier Bardem's wife sick of him by
his
now?
wife? A famous actress.
No,
Penelope
you don't think
Cruz
so?
was his
The
wife.
ladies
Alright.
don't think so.
Yeah.
If you
No,
were
I don't
married to
think
Javier Bardem, don't you think you'd be like, come on, Javier?
No.
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 Give it up, Javier.
No, you don't think so?
Nope. No.
Even when
That'd
he
be
just
cool.
whizzed all over the seat. And he's like, I made a Golden Globe for you. Yeah, that joke worked on a couple levels.
I wouldn't get sick
Exactly
of it.
two.
Yeah.
But he's crying in pain. I don't know why you guys aren't listening to the point. He's crying in pain.
Yeah.
I know we all know he's hot and sexy and you wouldn't get sick of him, but every time crying in pain? Come
Every
on.
bite of food, no, even if
Every-
it's
No,
not
no,
meat,
I
Let's-
believe
let's
it's
check
actually
the
it's
question.
like a
screaming in
cracker. It's like
Every
a
single
finger.
bite.
No,
Basically, what it is your waffle. Say your waffle is Javier Bardem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anytime you cut off a slice of the waffle,
Yeah.
it turns into a mini Javier Bardem.
Wow.
So where you have two Javier Bardem.
So
Back
I,
around to
so I
liking
get
it.
to put Javier Bardem in my mouth
Yeah.
over and over
Yeah.
and over.
Yeah.
When you say it
And
like
then-
that,
Yeah.
Chew him
and
up.
then I get to like feel him go down inside my body. And it's against his will.
Your large
Which is like, in a
intestine.
way, it
Oh,
depends on
God
what you're
almighty.
into, but like maybe
it's a little bit hotter that it's against his
yeah,
will, isn't
he's
it?
like, no, and I'm like, yeah, you're going
forcing
into me.
Javier Bardem
Yeah.
down your
Yeah.
fucking
Waffle
throat.
Javier
I'm
Bardem.
like, yeah, you are going in my mouth right
Love
now.
this
Oh
one.
my
He's
God.
like, please no, and I'm like, it's happening. Don't fight it.
When you put it like that, I think everyone wants to vote
Yeah.
that way.
No, wait, Ricky. Over on the side of the plate, there's Javier Bardem that's also parsley.
Please eat me is what he
What
says.
does
And
that
we say,
say?
no, we're never going to eat you. Yeah. I've been told Penelope Cruz is his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. When two hot Latin
So obvious.
yeah, when two hot Latin people exist, they have to get together.
Yeah. They're like the sexiest two Latin people going, probably.
Probably.
Right?
Although, yeah. So, any other questions about either of the scenarios? We have mini Javier Bardem food,
Yeah.
pleading for its life, but you're forcing it down your
I have
goddamn
one
esophagus.
question.
Yeah, I
Hot
already
sauce.
know which way I'm going.
Hot sauce. Made for men.
Lil Gary.
Does the mother then come actually blow you? Or is it theoretical?
Great question. I'm so glad you asked it because
Somebody had
every time you say it, whoever you're talking to or whomever,
a very elderly, like a retiree.
yes, their
Comes
mother, even
does
if
her
they're
best.
dead,
Yeah.
is reanimated.
Yeah.
Comes and blows you. Yes.
After every sentence.
After
That's like a long
every
time.
sentence. So you're getting
And you have to finish.
tons of blowies.
But what if I don't have a penis? Do I still get tons of
You
blows?
grow a penis in this scenario, Ricky.
Whoa!
What
And
if,
so basically,
That would be interesting.
also,
Phantom?
I don't have a penis. Do I grow one as well?
No, you're forced to share Ricky's.
Oh, man.
you got to work her up to a semi.
We're conjoined at the penis.
So basically, all you're saying is long dead goblins are gobbling on the nub of what used to feel pleasure.
Oh.
That's all you're saying.
Sundance 2013.
Long dead goblins with the haunted look of a million sorrows in their eyes. And they're gobbling on your nub, and you're saying, thumbs up.
Look, Gary, you are so poetic tonight. You put that in such an amazing way. I mean, Mary Lynn is
I don't know if you
moved.
know,
Yeah,
I'm sponsored
I
by
am.
a little, I brought my my boat pulled up. Sponsored by my friend Captain Morgan.
What? You brought your boat pull up?
He got embarrassed because everyone was moved by him, and then he
Yeah.
had to
No, I understand.
do the Captain Morgan plug.
Okay, so we have
What's a
the
boat pull?
the mini Javier Bardem food that every time you cut off another bite.
I can hear Ricky describe it one more time.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Here we go. Ricky,
Ricky,
talk about
how'd
that.
Okay, so I look at Javier Bardem's face, and he's like, "No, don't put me in your mouth." And I'm like,
Oh, boy.
"Please, just shh. I'm just gonna cut you into little pieces.
Because
and
you're
put
a
you in my
bad,
mouth,
bad girl.
And then let you dissolve
Wait, you're
on my
warning
tongue.
him you're going to cut him into little
Yeah.
pieces? That's part of it?
And then he dissolves
Why
on
is-
my tongue, and then
Oh,
I
boy.
just imbibe him slowly. Yeah, and then just drown him with water. I'm like, "Do you like that?" And he's like, "No."
The ladies are
And I'm
turned
like,
on.
"Good."
The men are turned on.
Yeah.
Cicero's
Do you
is
think
turning
that-
into a full-out orgy tonight.
Yeah.
What if everyone just started taking off their clothes as you said this and just
Yeah.
like started making out with each
About
other?
the description of Javier Bardem, who looked like a waffle.
Cut me up and
this
imbibe
country
me.
used to make stuff. Now we do this.
Remember when the USA made waffles?
Yep.
And now we do this. Any other question about either of the scenarios? The floor is going to close without warning at a certain point. I just want to warn you
That
that
felt
it's
like a
going to
warning.
close without
Okay.
warning.
I have one last question. The mother who comes to perform to fillet you. And
Perform to fillet you.
Yes. Well, I know that she is a phantom. And I know that her eyes are as black as the dark parts of space.
Sure, I'm not
And
sure
she-
how you know that.
She looks at you like someone slipping off the Titanic saying, "Don't let me go. Don't let me go." That's the face she's giving while she performs said act. Does she also tell you a boring story? About like how great things used to be?
Unfortunately, yes. It's very difficult for you to maintain an erection.
Because, by the way, she's already a phantom. Her
She-
eyes are as dark as space. She's looking at you like, "Don't let me slip into hell."
And yet she cannot help herself. She tells you a boring story about when she was a child.
And what's
That's
that-
just what old people do.
Great. And that story is about...
About meaning time.
No,
time-wise?
what is it about?
Oh, what is it about? It depends on where this particular grandmother is from.
Right.
Where this mother rather is
Yeah.
from.
Peru.
Could be. Sure. If you're
Okay.
talking to a lot of descendants of Peruvians,
Yeah,
certainly.
okay.
But it could be from the bread lines of Russia, you know, and talking about how they used to have to stand in line for toilet paper. It could be, you know,
For the whole time she's
about
bobbing
the
up.
farms of Oklahoma.
She's bobbing on my knob.
Sure, yes. All the while she's bobbing on your knob, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you guys like oral sex humor?
I hope
One
so.
guy loves it. He's pointing to his nose.
This is exactly what Joseph Smith always dreamt of.
When I discover Utah, I hope there is an Italian restaurant.
And in the basement of that Italian restaurant are 2 hot girls and a weird guy and a nerd.
And Tom Lennon.
And they shit on everything that ever happened.
Wait a minute, Tom, Lil Gary.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah.
Who's the hot guy? Who's the nerd?
I was calling you the hot guy.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, okay. I thought that you were calling me the nerd.
No, I've met Kulop.
Thank you so much.
You must be the hot guy.
The floor is closed!
Ooh.
Oh.
I told you there would be no warning. Oh my God, that was dramatic.
Quick
All right.
question. Quick question.
Yes, question before. I know the floor is closed, but I will take one more question.
Is the floor closed?
I'm sorry, you
It is.
cannot ask
Okay,
questions after
okay.
the floor is closed.
Okay.
All right, guys, we're gonna have to vote. That's what happens when the floor is closed. We then vote. You know this.
Yeah.
Mary, I'm gonna have to ask you, how do you vote?
I think we already know what everyone's answer is. Mine is when your mom blows me. Nada.
What?
What? Yeah.
Everyone is thinking Bardem.
That's the opposite
You know what?
of
I'm not
logic.
going to jump on that boat, okay? If
This
you
is why
think-
you're a
Then
superstar.
why do you say everyone's
you.
thinking it? If you know it's a boat
you-
everyone is jumping on, why do you say I'm saying what everyone's saying?
No, they're going to pick the food, Javier Bardem, and
Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna
why do
pick
you
the
say
blow.
that you're doing the thing that everyone is thinking?
Because way back when we started this conversation, before everything got crazy, my gut instinct,
Let's
when we were
blow.
having the
All right,
fake
Chief.
conversation, and I
All
added
right.
it in there, it felt
Yeah.
good.
Follow your gut,
It
Chief.
felt
your gut.
real good,
That's
okay?
how you solve all these crimes.
Everything
you.
has its season.
Thank you.
Everything has its time.
So why do you want to vote this way? By the way, Santa Claus just walked in. Hello, how are you?
He's my
Special
right.
guest.
I just want to take
Look,
charge.
he's got nothing to do. December
Don't
is fast.
fuck with Santa Claus. He's my right.
Why do you like to vote this way, MLR?
I just want to take charge, for once in my life.
You think taking charge?
I don't want to ingest Javier Bardem.
That's the real crux of
Okay.
it. Why? Because you feel it's a violation of your sacred marriage oaths?
I thought you were going to say of my body, the temple that is my body.
Okay,
and
I'll
my
give you that
sacred-
too.
I fucking don't want to eat him day in and day
You're
out.
a racist. That's right. This crowd knows it. You're a racist.
Wait,
Mary Lynn Rajskub, racist.
real quick, just double checking. What race are people from Spain? Okie doke.
All right, moving on to Riki Lindhome. How do you like to vote here?
I mean, I'm gonna jump on that boat. I'm gonna go with the Javier Bardem food.
Bardem boat, really?
Obviously, and I think
Duh.
we know why.
Why is that?
Well, I like the whole thing about.
Describe
the
it in
entire
detail.
scenario. I
One
like
more
the
time.
whole
Even actually
scenario.
more than last time.
Yeah. I just really like the idea of his face and his mustache. Or maybe when he doesn't
So
have a mustache.
Bardem has a
Wait, which
mustache
film?
in your
Which
idea?
film is this?
So he's got the hair from No Country for Old Men.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the Bardem you
And
want?
his jean jacket, but then he's got a mustache from another film, and then he's
Sí,
got
claro.
And
What?
he's wearing like the denim
You're thinking
suit.
of the most unattractive Javier
Yeah.
Bardem you can possibly
Yeah.
think of.
So,
And yet, the most deadly.
yeah. That's
And
what
then he
I
takes
like.
out
He's
his teeth
dangerous.
like in James Bond. Spoiler.
Yeah, he's just dangerous, and then and it makes me just want to punish him, because I know he's bad when he has that hair.
I would like to hear way
Yeah.
more about this still.
Yeah.
All right. Lil Gary, how do you like to
Is
vote?
there a fan fiction called Riki Lindhome Eats Javier Bardem
We got to start it here.
that we could all subscribe to?
Please go to the Earwolf message boards, by the way.
Okay.
Please start that.
I'm
Someone.
obviously going with. I've always had a dream to be blown by thousands of corpses of grandmas.
We have talked about this.
Yeah, and have them haunt me with their dreams, and then
Of course.
occasionally, while I'm dying from the pain that is happening to my nub, think they're trying to send me a message to the living great grandson on Earth.
Sure. Yeah, that was part. We didn't get to that question, but they constantly are asking you.
Oh, can you
to
get
ask the great grandsons if they're
message?
sticking in college?
Can you get a message to Jeffrey?
But you're learning a lot about history as well.
That's why the answer is the obvious one. Mary Lynn is
Why
always
would you
right.
know their grandsons? Why are you getting
No,
the
no,
message?
you don't. That's what's so frustrating.
Or maybe you are their grandson.
Maybe you are. It's like a
Ooh,
sixth
what if
sense.
it's
It was
your
always
grandma?
you.
And so, Mary Lynn, you picked the one where you're sharing a penis with Riki Lindhome, by the way.
Okay,
Someone in the audience
Earwolf.
whispered, yes. I don't know why that's hot
That
for
person
you.
in the audience is called my id.
Let's try it out, you know? Does it last forever?
Someone else, yes.
Oh my
The
God.
whispering ghost in the audience.
Someone's fantasy is you sharing a penis
Forever.
with Riki Lindhome.
For eternity.
For eternity.
And yelling at people.
All right, let's tally up the points
Better
here.
than almost any movie at Sundance. In fairness.
Certainly not. Certainly
Come
not.
on,
Hell,
there's the
baby.
boring shit here.
Let's tally up the points. Mary Lynn, of course, you voted with the sharing a penis with Riki, and because you're willing to share so much, you get 9 points. Congratulations.
Wow.
Thank you.
Riki Lindhome,
Yeah.
you described Javier Bardem being force-fed
Yeah.
down your gullet
Yeah.
with such fervor,
3 times.
3 times no less. That I'm going to give you 10 points. So
Whoa.
congratulations, you're
Wow,
in the lead.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Lil Gary, you picked the staring into the black dead eyes of
Yeah.
grandmothers spanning the centuries.
Thousands of corpses.
Thousands of corpses. And of course, that is the hottest of all scenarios. That gets you 11 points. Lil Gary, you are our winner. Congratulations.
Amazing. That's fair. That's fair.
That is fair. So congratulations. How do you feel with your victory? Okay. All right, guys. Well, that is, of course, how we play Would You Rather. I don't think we're going to hear the theme song because we up here on stage
Should we
didn't hear
sing
it the first
Pippin
time.
again?
Let's hear
Go
Pippin.
get
Here we
your-
go. Join us.
Leave your filter flower. Join us. Save your just an hour. Join us. Save everybody can do.
We've got magic to do.
Just for you, we've got magical play to play. We got
Foibles and fables to portray.
Things and things to take by you as we go.
All right, guys, that's been our show. Thank you so much. I want to say subscribe to the show at youtube.com/VPN. And stick around for Pete Holmes. He's going to be here at 7:30 with You Made It Weird. We'll see you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.